The atmosphere was electric. Under the bright lights, the crowd buzzed with anticipation for a clash between two proud warriors. Leo Santa Cruz, the relentless volume puncher from the United States, and Cesar Seda, the sharp Puerto Rican challenger, hungry to prove his worth on the world stage. For Santa Cruz, this was more than just another fight. It was about legacy, known for his non-stop engine, his ability to throw punches in swarms, and his determination to wear opponents down. He had already made a name for himself as one of boxing's busiest champions. But every champion faces danger, and tonight that danger came in the form of Seda. Cesar Seda wasn't just another name on the card. He carried the pride of Puerto Rico into the ring, with slick southpaw skills, fast hands, and a burning desire to dethrone a champion. While the odds favored Santa Cruz, Seda's words before the fight carried a sharp edge. "I'm not here to play the role of an opponent. I'm here to shock everyone." As the fighters made their ring walks, the crowd roared. Santa Cruz looked calm, collected, a machine ready to unleash. Seda's eyes burned with determination, every step echoing the belief that he could flip the script. The referee brought them together at center ring. Two fighters from two nations, two styles, two destinies colliding under one roof. The instructions were given, the gloves touched, and the tension was unbearable. The bell rang. A storm was about to unfold. From the opening bell, Cesar Seda showed he was not intimidated. He used his southpaw stance to snap quick jabs, circling, moving, forcing Santa Cruz to adjust. His footwork was sharp, his timing crisp. For a moment, it felt as though the challenger might actually dictate the pace. But Santa Cruz wasn't the type to sit back. True to his style, he pressed forward, pumping out combinations, throwing punches in bunches. Even when some were blocked, the sheer volume wore on Seda. The Puerto Rican tried to counter with sharp left hands, catching Santa Cruz as he came in, but the champion's pressure was suffocating. The crowd could feel it. This wasn't going to be a slow tactical affair. This was going to be a battle of wills. Every time Seda landed a clean shot, Santa Cruz answered with 3 or 4. Every time Santa Cruz surged forward, Seda refused to wilt, firing back with precision counters. Commentators voiced the suspense. Seda is making this a fight. He's not here to survive. He's here to win. And in those early rounds, he was proving it. Santa Cruz, however, kept grinding. His punches thudded to the body, his relentless work rate forcing Seda onto the ropes. But each time the champion looked ready to break him down, Seda slipped away, firing a clean left hand that drew gasps from the crowd. By the end of round 3, the arena knew one thing for sure. This was no routine defense for Santa Cruz. This was a real fight. As the fight pushed into the middle rounds, both fighters had made their statements. Seda's crisp counters showed his skill, but Santa Cruz's relentless pace was beginning to take over. Every second of every round, Santa Cruz applied pressure. He didn't give Seda time to breathe. The Puerto Rican challenger tried to circle and reset, but Santa Cruz cut off the ring with surprising effectiveness. He worked behind a stiff jab, then unleashed flurries of hooks and uppercuts, especially to the body. Those body shots were beginning to show. Seda's breathing grew heavier, his movements just a touch slower. Still, Seda refused to break. He landed clean left hands that snapped Santa Cruz's head back, proving his power was real. The crowd gasped at one particularly sharp counter in round 5, a punch that momentarily stunned the champion. For a second, the arena held its breath. Was the upset in the making? But Santa Cruz responded like a true champion. Instead of retreating, he bit down on his mouthpiece and fired back with a 10-punch combination that drove Seda to the ropes. The exchange brought the crowd to its feet. It was speed against volume, precision against relentlessness. By the end of the 6th, sweat flew from both fighters with every punch. The suspense was thick. Seda was fighting above expectations, but Santa Cruz was just starting to ramp up. Commentators leaned into the drama. How long can Seda withstand this kind of pressure, or will he land the shot that changes everything? The war was only intensifying. Round 7 began with Santa Cruz charging forward like a machine. His gloves pumped in non-stop rhythm, landing to the body, to the head, everywhere Seda turned. The challenger tried to angle away, but the champion's work rate was suffocating. Santa Cruz had a strategy, and it was clear: drown Seda under a tidal wave of punches. Even when shots didn't land clean, the pressure was exhausting. By now, Seda's footwork slowed and his guard dropped more often. His face showed swelling, proof of Santa Cruz's relentless attack. Yet the heart of the Puerto Rican shone through. Seda fired back with defiant counters, his left hand still dangerous, his timing sharp when he found openings. But those moments came less frequently. Each time he landed, Santa Cruz responded with a storm of punches that forced Seda onto the defensive again. The commentators marveled at the champion's energy. This man doesn't stop. He throws as if every second counts. And for Seda, every second did count. He was trapped in a storm, trying desperately to stay afloat. By round 8, the fight had shifted into a test of willpower. Could Seda withstand the constant barrage? Or would the referee step in before Santa Cruz overwhelmed him completely? Fans leaned forward, tension building, knowing something had to give. Santa Cruz smelled blood. He marched forward, fists flying, hammering the body, breaking down the spirit of his opponent. The challenger, though battered, refused to fall. The suspense was unbearable. One more round, maybe two. Everyone knew the breaking point was close. As the championship rounds began, the ring became a battlefield of pure will. Seda was bruised, battered, and breathing heavy, but his pride wouldn't allow him to quit. Each time Santa Cruz pressed forward, the Puerto Rican tried to answer, swinging back with whatever he had left. Santa Cruz, though, was unrelenting. His punches came in endless combinations, a machine-like pace that didn't slow even deep into the fight. He dug to the body with hooks, snapped Seda's head back with jabs, and unleashed uppercuts through the guard. It was overwhelming, suffocating, and merciless. The crowd was on its feet as the two warriors traded. Every exchange drew gasps, every punch added to the suspense. Seda, though badly behind, fought with courage. His counters reminded the champion he was still dangerous, but Santa Cruz's engine never stopped. Finally, in the later rounds, the difference became undeniable. Santa Cruz's volume broke Seda's rhythm completely. The challenger's legs wobbled under the constant punishment. The referee hovered closer, ready to step in if the storm became too violent. When the final bell rang, the arena erupted in applause, not just for the champion, but for both men. Santa Cruz had made his statement. He was too much, too relentless, too strong. Seda, though beaten, had earned the respect of fans for his bravery and refusal to fold under one of boxing's most suffocating pressure fighters. The decision was clear. Leo Santa Cruz by unanimous victory. The monster of volume punching had defended his crown, while Cesar Seda walked away with pride, knowing he had given everything he had. It wasn't just a fight. It was a war of styles, a clash of wills, and a showcase of what makes boxing unforgettable.